All right, team. Anyway, all right, team. Here we are. All right, I like doing these, and Darren likes watching them. So we're gonna destroy my internet by keep posting them. So I got one. All right, so I'm gonna do one of these, one of the B's, then one of the D's. All right, making it even all the way through. All right, let me take this shirt off, dude. Whoa. Yeah, yesterday I was getting kind of philosophical on you with racism, huh? But start with one of these, huh? Uh, um, I guess I'll do this one since the thing's on there. 42 questions. That's a lot. I cannot have sex outdoors. Uh, it's disturbing to see animals having sex in the street. Watching my partner nude gets me excited. Yeah, I can imagine that. I cannot be sexually excited easily. Sometimes I like to change sex partners. Sex pleasure is healthy. We must search for it. I don't care if I don't have sex. I could be unfaithful. What's with the exclamation point, huh? What's with that? I could be. I doubt it though. Um, it's probably false. Nudity is disturbing. It's probably false. I would go to a sex party. Maybe. I don't get pleasure from one night stands. Maybe. I never watch porn. Um, cut this. I'm gonna get canceled, dude. False. I would never have sex with more than one person. I don't know. Not bad to masturbate, even if you have a maybe. I like me and my partner to often do sexual fantasies. Oh, maybe. Maybe. False. Uh, if I get sexually excited, I cannot control myself. That is an insane statement, dude. That's diabolical. I would like to make a trio, me, my partner, and another person. I don't know about that, bro. I would love to be near people when I talk with them. This one, I'm going to put maybe because I don't exactly know. The best way to express my love is by sex? Probably not. I don't like to dress up too sexy. Um, Actually, I think I kind of agree with this one. I could stay home and have sex all day. I don't know about that. I could have sex with a different person every day. I don't know about that. Porn is disturbing. Maybe. My partner, my partner's sex parts looks disgusting. That's hopefully false. Sex games are great. Maybe. I can't get enough. I don't know. False. I would never try some things in sex. Yeah, I can imagine some things I don't think I would ever want to try. So, yeah, I could have sex with both men and women. Maybe. I like to be open-minded. Sex is not very important for me. Um, Maybe I can make love with the lights on. Why would you need? Why would you want the light? I'm confused. Um, maybe. That sounds good. You are not a machine. I am not mechanical, guys. It says it right there. You are not machine. You are not a machine. You scored low. All right, gotta read. Oh my gosh, I'm toasted, dude. If you scored low, then it means you are not a sex machine. You seem to see sex as something to be ashamed of and do not wish to have sex very often. You are not turned on easily, but you are able to find other interesting activities besides sex. Oh man, who would have guessed? I don't think I'm able of guessing anymore. All right, I'm not racist. I'm wise. All right, do I use people? All right. It's time for the big one. All right, let's see here. Am I manipulative? I always know. Do I always do the right thing? It's easy to pick true. For me, it truly is. But I know that is not right. So, do I always do the right thing? Probably not. But I feel like in everybody's mind, everybody does the right thing. You know what I mean? This is crazy. Right out the gate, I'm getting intense on you, but like, I feel like from everybody's perspective, what they do is the right thing to do. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't know, man. I was to explain it beyond that. I like me making this right now, dude. Somehow, some way, I thought to myself that this was the right thing to do. All right, and you go to somebody else who's like a 56, year old millionaire or billionaire or whatever you want to say in there, and he'll look at his life totally different and see that as the right thing to do. Does that make either of us wrong? I don't know, but I always do the right thing. I feel like that's closed mindedness. The word always is closed minded. I am usually with weaker, the weaker. All right, I'm usually with the weaker in the football match. The weaker in a football match. What? I don't care about other people's feelings. I care to an extent. I care a little bit. It's not something that's readily on my mind most of the time, but I typically care about other people's feelings. Typically, normally, I don't know. Um, Maybe. Shoulder is there for someone crying. Yeah, I guess so. You gotta, like for that, you gotta be able to listen, dude. I don't know. This is something I'm telling you and myself at the same time. I tell the truth to someone, even if I don't know he won't like it. Um, yeah, I do that. I usually prepare what I will say when I meet someone. Maybe. I I sometimes take credit when I don't deserve it. Like, dude, know what, bro? Maybe yes. Maybe I do that sometimes. Um, Maybe. Wait. Let me reread that. Okay, so that's not, yeah. Okay. I often am a friend with someone because I might need him. Um, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. I could get married for money. Maybe. I love to help other people. Um, nah, I don't. I keep some friends I don't like because I need them for something. What? Why would you do that to yourself? That sounds sad. It's okay with me to lie to people for business purposes. All right. In a business setting, dude. Like, no, this is why I don't want to go into stinking management, dude, because I know my DNA would switch up on the spot, dude. Um, but it's okay with me to lie to people for business purposes? Um, maybe. I can persuade people to do anything if I want. I used to believe that, and I still kind of believe that, but I don't think my like what is it, probability or possibility or something like that, right? Like, sure, it's possible, but is it probable? Nah, nah. So can I? Ultimately, this is a true statement, but like, I don't, I don't have much faith in myself in that. So I'm gonna go with false. Sometimes you have to forget. No, all right. Sometimes you have to forget honesty for a while. Maybe. If you are stupid and lose your money, then you deserve it. I feel like that's the mindset of most successful people, you know? Um, and ultimately, it's just like, I feel like it's just a way to like justify why you're like, it's a way a nice person can justify why they aren't helping as many people as they can. But at the same time, if they do help as many people as they can, they won't like, if you give your if you willingly just throw your money away to people, then you're gonna be exactly where you are with the people who are asking for money in the first place. And it's just, there's always going to be somebody. I think I said this last episode or whatever. There's always going to be somebody who will do the wrong thing and will be selfish and will be narcissistic, self-centered. Those people will always exist. So, in order for a nice person to truly stick within the grasp of having financial security, this is a mindset to grasp onto that is very easy for someone. But honestly, it's sad in my eyes. It really is. But you know, like I said, somebody's gonna have to be selfish. I don't know. I don't like repeating myself that much. It makes me feel like I don't understand what I'm saying, but I know what I'm saying. If you are stupid and lose your money, then you deserve it. I think this statement, like, define stupid, define lose, define. Okay, I'm gonna put maybe. Politicians have no self gain. Politics have no self gain. They work for us. Politicians have no self gain. Work for us. That is completely false. Right? That is completely false. We all know, like, dude, what I just said before, right? That's how every person works in some aspect, right? Every human being on the planet Earth is selfish to an extent, all right? I don't care what anybody says. That is my true belief, all right? So, do you truly believe that a human being that is a politician, and they're still a human being, will be a endless, selfless engine for an entire empire? And then you have a bajillion of these politicians, dude? There's no feasible way that they will not move without Southgate. There's no way. They do not work for us. They absolutely do not. Some might. I'll grant some, but majority, I guarantee. All right, this is my personal belief. They do not work for us. That is completely false. First, I will try to be rich and then help others. Um, all right. So what matters more to me? Helping others or getting rich? I don't know. Like my thoughts upon getting rich, my dreams of that. I feel like every human in America at least dreams of that. Um, my aspirations for financial freedom and the American dream and richness and whatnot. Um, it has shriveled up into dust, just like my dreams for pretty much every other goal I ever had. At this moment, at being 23 years old, they have all shriveled up into dust. All right, they really have. All right, I have accepted my chains of wage cage. You know, being a wage slave. You gonna be honest with you, wage slave. That's me, bro. All right. I don't like hearing it from other people's mouths, honestly, but it's just the truth of the matter. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm going on this tangent. Who cares? Like, there hasn't been a single empire, all right, from what I know, all right, and I would like to say put in the comments if you know something of this so that I can be proven wrong. But at the same time, nobody's watching this except Dayron and like maybe Termino, maybe, but like, where was I? Yeah, so this is my personal belief that there isn't a single empire within history that doesn't have like a ruling class that's like living the most lavish luxury BS imaginable, and like like, and then most of the empire's population, most of the mass of that is just working class that works, reproduces, and just dies continuously. All right, that's what the mass majority of human beings within all of history have been. All right, and beyond, and like before empires, it was just thinking it's roughly the same way. All right, honestly, I believe that like I want to get proven wrong so bad, bro. I really do, but like there's always that small class. No, it's not small. There's always that small class of excessively luxurious people. Then there's the big fat class of endless working until you drop dudes. All right, and like you know, sad to say, most people are going to end up in the work until you drop class. All right, I don't care what anybody says. What you think? That's just how humanity works, from my vision. Um, you know, and there's no escaping it, honestly. But first, I will try to be rich and then help others. Um, what's more important to me, being rich or helping others? I think honestly, neither of these things matter to me, dude. I don't care about either of these things. It's like, what's the point? Like I said before, this is stroking upon my own selfish perspective. I don't see any selfish, like, I don't see any gain from either of these things. Honestly, within like the first couple steps, like, obviously, the end goal, being rich, is amazing. Helping others, amazing. But, like, what's the first step we're talking about here? And within those first couple steps, bro, that I'm probably gonna take like, you know, if not weeks, then months of just getting the first two steps, dude. It's like, what am I doing? This is pointless. Like, I gotta go to work at 3:30, dude. Who cares, dude? You know. But I don't know, man. I guess that's the cogs, of being in that lower class. It struggles it strips your lifeblood out of your brain. First, I will try to get rich and then help others. Maybe, I don't know, man. I would blackmail someone if it's needed. I mean, if it's needed. All right. I have friends that are weak, sick, are just very unlucky. I don't know about that. Some lies are not bad. I use them. I care more about money than friends. I think that's false. I need money more than success. Uh, I need love more than success. All right. I need money more than success. All right, bro. I need love more than success. Um, this is a romantic notion. Very romantic. All right. Um, but ultimately, let's be honest here. All right. I heard it a bajillion times within church. They say, love don't pay the bills. Praying to God don't pay the bills. Hanging out with your best friend ain't paying the bills. It's like, dude, so, and that's what I mean by being selfish, dude. You know, like, I'll tell you like this, okay? Like, I feel like there's an inner mechanism within every man where, like, they're unconscious, like there's the conscious mind that we all are, you know what I mean? And there's the unconscious that kind of functions while we're asleep, you know what I mean? And I feel like the unconscious mind uh, has a different set of goals and parameters typically from the conscious mind, at which we all are, the conscious mind. You know what I mean? Um, I think it's called the Promethean Theater. I'm not really sure. Where it's just some dude sitting behind like a massive flat screen TV watching it all. All right, whatever you want to believe the consciousness is, honestly. But you know, um, unless you're putting it on OnlyFans, dude, eating booty will not pay the bills. So I'd say I believe I need false. That's false. I use people all the time. This can take multiple forms and mean multiple things to so many people. Because like we all ultimately within society need each other and use each other. Like there's just one type of video game. They're called MMOs, massive multiplayer online games, right? And humanity itself is the most massive MMO imaginable, right? And it's hot dog water. Okay, all MMOs are hot dog water because they're just like real life. And you know what? This is my personal belief, recently at least, within the Big 26 about what life is. All right, like you go, life is, you know, how do you answer that question at the end? What is life? Life is, and my personal belief is, at least for this year, life is tedious. Life is a endless, tedious chore that you will never escape from, never outlive, never outrun. That's what life is. At least in 26. And I forget how I even got here, but yeah, life is tedious. So, you know, within the massive game that we're all playing with our own species, I guess, we all need and use each other all the time. All right, to survive this endless, tedious, nonsensical game that we're all playing. All right, but I use people all the time. Technically, that's true. All right, everybody has to press true on that one. But what they mean within this in this statement is that like socially, all right, your group of people do you use them all the time just to advance yourself? Now, do I use people all the time? No, I don't. Most people are good. This is the Yap Fest of the century, huh? All right, most people are good. There are often few that are bad. That's an optimistic notion. This is like something I would hear from Dayron, dude. This is a Dayron statement. Most people are good. There are a few that are bad. I feel like I don't even know what is good, what is bad. How much are we talking about? How good are they are? How much bad are they are? You know, so many questions you can retort at things. But Most people are good. There are only a few people who. There are only a few that are bad. I maybe. I usually flatter people to gain my goals. That's a funny statement. I do not do that. I must always tell the truth. Maybe it's okay to be bad in order to get rich. Um, I don't know. I often make compliments I don't mean. I do it to be liked. I don't do that. If you get a compliment from me, you earned it, all right? You have to earn any compliments out of me, buddy. I usually want to help by sharing others. I usually want to help by sharing other people's problems. Oh, oh, I get it. I understand. It's like somebody's carrying like a massive bag of like pebbles. So then you carry some of the pebbles to the lighter their load or whatever. Sharing burdens or whatever. I usually want to help by sharing other people's problems. I mean, if they want me to, I will. If they ask for it, but if they don't ask, and it's less like you got it, coach. There is no person you can completely trust. This is a pessimistic notion. I've been saying that a lot in Notion, but yeah, this is pretty pessimistic. Ultimately, I do like with how I am. I want to pick true, but that's pretty close-minded and sad. And I'd rather be open-minded over everything else in my life. So maybe, just maybe, this is false, but it's very easy for me to pick true here. It's extremely easy. I could do it so quickly, bro. I trust people very easily. No, I don't. I really don't. Conclusion 16. All right. Um, have you scored high on. Wait. Do you use people? You use people. Dang. Sorry, guys. I guess I'm just manipulative like that, man. My bad. If you scored high on this test, it seems you use people a lot. You care a lot about yourself and use people for personal gain. When you score too high, you might be a criminal or easily a tyrant. My bad, guys. I'm just a manipulative jerk, I guess. I guess I'm just a jerk. What am I gonna do? I'm just a bully. A poor little bully. Like, dude, all I can say is this ultimately. If you're going to let me use you, then why would I not abuse that position? I mean, end the tape, end the tape, end the tape.